I just wanted to make a quick 3 minute video just for new people that are playing Evil Dead. These are the beneficial things. Know your class. Whatever class you're playing as, if you're playing as Hunter, you want a powerful gun and you want to collect as much ammunition as you can. If you're playing as support, you need to be watching that bottom left hand corner. To tell you the truth, all classes need to be watching that bottom left hand corner. Because if a person on your team's life is depleting very quickly, that means they've got a possess unit on them and they need help. Support characters. Don't just heal yourself just because you've got multiple cans. Don't be greedy. Support your team. If you're communicating with each other, you can tell people to come here and then heal. That's really what it comes down to. You're good with pistols. You want to keep your distance because you're quite spongy, unless you're playing as Evil Dead Ash 1. Hunters. Pick up your shotguns. If you've got a decent weapon, and there's warriors on your team with common weapons, because you can tell because it has the stars and stripe, the American flag on the weapon. So if you've got one of them and your other teammate is basically a warrior that does more damage and DPS than you, drop that weapon for them. Hoard cans for your support. If you're not confident that the support is a good player, then basically keep 2 cans for yourself, but make sure you always drop them 1, because that way they can heal the whole team. Amulets. Anybody that has an amulet, realistically, if you get the 4 bars up to the top, that's brilliant. But at the end of the day, you really should be dropping your amulets for your warriors, because they're the ones that are going to be in the midst of it, and they're the ones that are going to be hitting the heat of the battle. If you see red glowing around a character, that means they're possessed, or he's possessed a unit. Attack that unit instantly. If you're playing against Necro, which is the person that basically has the flute, as soon as you hear the flute, kill that flute instantly. That can wipe out your whole team if you do not pay attention to the flute. How you can tell that flute's out? The enemies have a red aura above their head. And if you can see enemies when somebody's playing as Henrietta, she's powered them up. Basically, they're a little bit stronger and they're a little bit tankier, and that's why it's taking too long. So, Necro, shoot flutes. Pay a bit Henrietta, stay together. Bow, you need to manage your fear. Realistically, whatever you're putting your points into, that's nice. I'm not telling you how to build your character, but realistically, you need to manage your fear. Because Bao, if he keeps on possessing you, he's going to keep on getting powerful, and he can keep throwing units out, and you're going to have a world of trouble. Realistically, I would suggest get in front of his levels. Try to collect them map pieces as quick as you can, but most important, stay together. Hunters, don't roam. Don't do the thing that, oh, I've got 1,000,001 point stamina and I'm quicker than ever. No. Everybody, when they go into location, should be getting ammunition. Buildings should be stripped. Realistically, everything should be out of a building. Even if you have to loot together, stick together, stay together, that's fine. But just make sure that you're giving your support the cans if you're getting damaged and you need the healing. All I can stress, at the beginning of the game, do not shoot your gun as a hunter, or any class, to be honest. Use your weapons. So as support characters that are not that strong, I would suggest putting some points in there just so you can do some melee damage and kill things at the beginning of the game rather than relying on a weapon. I know that's the same with hunters. I put some points into actual weapons just so I can use them, because as soon as you shoot your shotgun, clever demons will just see you and they will come for you. They'll wipe your team out quick time. Bottom left hand corner is the most important thing. It's a HUD that basically tells you what's going on in the game. So if your people are in trouble and you see somebody's life going down quick, stop with the looting. Go and help them. They're your team. This isn't a one-player game. It's 4v1. And if you go down just because you're greedy and looting, loot can get you killed. You're giving the demon, 1, when you go down, you're giving him a level. Then 2, when you die, you're giving him 2 levels. So that's 3 levels for every time he just downs, well, 1 level when he downs somebody, 2 when he basically kills that person off. You have to wipe that possession out before you even go for the save. That's what you have to do. You have to get that unit out of here. There's characters that have certain abilities that can help you in that situation, like Brock and Henry. That's the only time you really should be popping that circle button, is to pick your teammates up, or if you're gonna if you're getting chased, getting in a car and getting away. Apart from that, it's not there to be just basically, unless you're the last person, then you can use it. Obviously, that makes sense. But apart from that, that's what you should be using that ability for. It's not for you to be basically running around thinking that you're He-Man because you've got 5 seconds, no, or 8 seconds of ability. No, it doesn't work like that. It's the same with Kelly. If she's the last person on point, pop that thing and then use it while you can evade around on point. Because that could clutch a game. Um, it's just simple things, really. Simple things. So don't drive cars, don't shoot your gun, pay attention to the bottom left hand corner. The abilities in the bottom right hand corner, master that over time. If you need to, go into the Survivor versus AI so you can have a little practice, or even just exploration so you can get used to the map environment as a new player. When you get to these objectives, anybody that shouldn't be having a gun, which is warriors, I'm going to say straight out, warriors, you shouldn't have a gun. That you don't need it. It's the most stupidest thing that you can possibly do is to have a one. The only thing you're supposed to be there is tank, DPS, get in the enemy's face. As soon as the possessed unit comes out and he's glowing red, you should be the first person on that possessed. No one else should be messing around with it. Yes, they should be helping you from a distance, especially if they're spongy, like support characters, but you've got to get up in that enemy's face. Drop weapons for the characters that basically need them. So warriors need the best weapons in the game. They could do the most DPS. Any gun weapon, the best person in the game is hunters. Anybody from support, I usually, as a support character, I will always take a revolver just because I've got multiple bullets. But these are the kind of things that you need to learn, because if it comes to the end of the game and your hunter hasn't got a weapon and you've got a nice weapon, drop that weapon for them and all the ammunition and all the trimmings so they can say thank you with a flicker of a light. If you haven't got mics and you're nobody speaking, flicker of a light. That's the communication. Anyway, I'm out. There was a 7-minute video, and I just will bring some more in-depth videos, especially when it comes to weapon mastery. But another quick tip, and you know what, I could be wrong, but majority of the characters that you pick, or when you see them, and that they've got that weapon, that's the best weapon that they use. So, I'm out. Peace. Have fun. Groovy, baby.